Hello, this is the instruction video about how to use turbodecoder VAG second and third generation. I will show that decoder on different locks because the locks for VAG group are incredible number of modifications, but with this device you are able to open almost all of them. So this is a key blade, this is the tension wheel, this is the gate wheel, and this is the pump wheel. With the first wheel you apply tension left and right. With the second you open and close the access to the pins and wafers, and with this one you do the manipulation, the self-impressioning. I call it pump wheel because you make a kind of pumps when you rotate that one. So to make the turbodecoder ready for use, you need to set up the device. After every lock, after each lock you open, you have to set up the tool again for a new lock. The setup process is you just pull back the middle wheel and then rotate the pump wheel till the line reach the white point, or number 7 from the stop points. And now from the hose of the side of the key blade you see hose and cutted hose. You have through the hose go under the pin and push it in its maximum position, like that. There are 4 from one side and 4 from the other side. You push out them. It's good to apply this side on some surface or on the hand, because if you try to push like that you risk to bend the tool. That is very important you to learn the correct way to set up the device without damaging it. Only from the hose you have the access under the pins, and only when that line is on the white point. There will be hard for you to set up the device. So go there and through the hose set up the tool. When you finish that, go to the right with the back wheel, with the pump wheel, and you will see all pins stay at position number 1, cut number 1 of the actual code of VAG locks. And as you well know, VAG locks has 4 depths. This is 1, and then on the first line here is number 2, on the second line is number 3, and just below the second line is number 4. That is important when you read the key from the lock. When you open the lock you are able to read the key code. So when you line up the codes you just close the middle wheel, the gate wheel, by push it back, front, and go there to the right with the pump wheel. This is the only possible position to insert and extract the tool from the lock. No other way to extract and insert. Back one rotated to the right, and middle one push it to the front in maximum. So you have a lock, and there are two ways to insert that key, that turbo decoder. That is one, and that is the other way. You have to know which is the correct way to insert the decoder into the lock. For that reason, we start to give the tester keys together with your turbo decoder, and that tester key show you the orientation and even the lock generation. On the metal part of the tester key you have two dots, red and green, from both sides, and on the plastic part you have two greens, one red. You just have to insert the tester key into the lock. If it stops far away with those dots from the face of the lock, you just have to reverse it and look at the stop point. If stop on green, that lock is second generation, and those dots on the plastic head show you which direction you have to insert the turbo decoder. And if you open the middle one, you see orientation and two dots. It means that the device should be inserted like this, with two dots on the same direction where the green dots are. Of course, that should be closed. The next idea of the setup key is to check the lock if it's in operative condition. I mean, no wafers banded, or no dust, or not so too much grease or whatever. If the key is stuck here and you cannot insert it all the way, it means that you have problems with the lock. Of course, on that direction it stopped just a little before, but you know what I mean. If you found a damaged lock, please do not insert the turbo decoder inside. You can use whatever just to clean the lock, and try to move the wafers with the tester key, and that is very important for you before to start the openings. Now the setup, the turbo decoder is set it up. Take it in the middle wheel, gate wheel, by follow the orientation, points to the right in that case. You just insert the turbo decoder in the lock. Now stay in the neutral, don't apply tension left and right, stay in neutral position and make a pumps, I call it empty pumps, from all the way right to all the way left, couple of times. Then pull back the gate wheel and you will see stop points appear and numbers and kind of scale here. That scale is very important when you start to open the lock. You have to apply tension and come with the line to the first number, stop there, don't lose the tension, turn back, play left and right, change tension direction and stop at 1 again, and repeat that 6-7 times by stopping at 1. Then increase the number of your stop point, number 2, then go number 3. I want you to learn to stop on each number few times, and with that you don't stress the tool and you don't risk to bypass the codes. So in one moment the lock turn. When the lock turn, if you want to read the key, you just have to stay in turned position, no matter where, left or right is important to be turned. And now rotate the line, this line, to the white point, and just juggle the tool into the lock by follow the key blade like this, not like that up and down, just like this. And by doing that you line the codes very well on the turbo decoder, and you are able to unlock and lock without stacks on the neutral position. It means that you have a good codes imprinted on your turbo decoder, and you are able to read them when you extract the tool. So you open, lock and unlock to extract the tool, come in neutral position. From that position, don't apply tension left and right, just stay in neutral. Take the middle wheel, the gate wheel, up and down, and by moving up and down the tool, you push in the same time that wheel. What the wheel do? The wheel move two bars which rise up the pins, the wipers of the lock, and close the gates to the pins, and your tool now don't have problems to be extracted. You just have to go to the right with the back wheel and extract the tool. To read the code, open this one, turn here at the white point where you have juggle in rotated position, and look the pins. You can see that they have different depths now, and you are able to see what is the code. You can digit the code in Instacode or laser machine and cut the working key for that lock. On these models and also on a few other models, the tension you apply when you do the manipulation not have to be too strong, because you will engage the clutch mechanism. You see how easy it is to engage. Just rotate endlessly without turning the opening mechanism. So pay attention on the rotation force. The most difficult locks are Skoda. They are crazy inside with a tremendous anti-peak mechanism, with a very crazy clutch system. You see how easy you turn the lock, because the rotor is in two parts inside. So I will show you how easy it is to open that one. You test the lock with the key, stop on green, two greens are on the right. Set up the device, go to the point here, open the gates by pull back the middle wheel and push the pins very carefully to their maximum position. Then go to the right and close this one. If you remember, two dots on the plastic was on the right, orientation dots on the right also. Keep in the middle, insert. You have to be sure that you are all the way in, not here in the middle, all the way in. Then remember the empty pump. If it's too hard, just do that progressively also. I want you to reach the end of the travel back of the back wheel. Don't make it in one time by force, because you will destroy the tool. Now open the middle wheel, apply tension, stop at 1, play left and right, tension, stop at 2, turn, tension, pump, turn, play, tension, pump, turn and play. You will notice that the resistance of the back wheel when you apply the left tension, it's definitely much stronger than the tension on the right side. So keep that in mind and do not force the tool with the back wheel. Ready. When it's ready, you know what to do. Come here to the point, juggle the tool, and you have a perfectly working left and right device. To get out, stay here with the line to the point, take it up and down, move up and down, and close the bars. And you extract the tool, and you can see the codes and everything on that. So this is the lesson for the VAG group. So the most of the locks open in the low numbers between 1 and 4, but there are always exceptions. The locks can be open in 4, 5, 6, even after the scale, but it's important you to do progressive stops on that point. I'm finished with the demo. If you have questions, just Skype me or email me, and I will help you to use the decoder. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.